Raquel from Bangladesh. Nice to meet you all. How are
Hi,
you?
Raquel.
How are you?
Hi.
Good, and you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Well, my first question is for all of you. What is your favorite episode?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. I mean, I always like the first episode just because you're meeting everyone. You know what I mean? Like you see the first episode, you get to meet all these characters, you step into this world. You know, Elena brings it into the world. She's the eyes of the audience. So I know that when I'm watching something, I do like that first setup, as long as there's places to go. And in our show, there's a million places to go. So I enjoyed the first one.
Okay.
Oh, I think I have two favorites. I mean, the end I love because I feel like it really opens up a whole new, you just can't wait to see if there's more at the end, and I love that. And the episode where we got to go to the gala because we get to dress 1920s and everybody looked pretty. So
We had a running bit in the writer's room that episode 5 was the favorite of the writer of episode 5, who is a writer named Len Rosenfeld. And I just want to show off my Len Rosenfeld mug. Pictures of Len Rosenfeld every time his Zoom screen would freeze, we would take a picture and his Zoom screen froze all the time. So if we have all these pictures of like frozen Len. But no, I think, it's impossible to pick a favorite because like I love all my children equally, but I do think there were some episodes that I felt like were very genre defying, that just felt like, oh, I've never really seen something like this before. And those were sort of, for me, the most fun because they just felt the most exciting and uncharted. But I do love the finale. I think the finale is just like a rocket ship, and that was great fun. And I do love episode 5 from Len. And I couldn't pick one necessarily, but they all hang together. And of course, to me, it's a 10-hour movie, so it's all everything's knitted together.
Amazing answers. I love it. Well, my next question is, in your opinion, what does the show have, apart from mystery, that hooks you from the second one?
Oh man. Well, the show itself starts on such a visceral, big, tragic event that sets the course of the whole thing. But there's so many genres crossing over. There's so much excitement going on. But I think what at the core of it, you've got just people dealing with just human nature, right? Like Matthew's dealing with grief, Tory's dealing with grief, all these different things. And because the characters are so well written, they're so fully realized, and they're so great, you should click with someone. You should connect and see someone, be like, I get that person, I know that person, or I hate that person. You know what I mean? I know that person and I don't like them. You should get some sort of guttural reaction from almost all the characters. And I think that's what draws you in. And then you do it to the backdrop of this super rich world and this beautiful big building. Like it's just all very delicious and decadent. And I think that's what hopefully will bring people in, and then hopefully keep them around. And then it's up to us to entertain them after that.
Okay. Yes, I agree. Well, my next question is for Emily. What was it like for you to change from the Show's extraordinary playlist from this show? How was the change for you? Yes. How was the change for you from a Show's extraordinary playlist that it's a fun show to this show that is a drama and dark show? How was the change for you?
Going from one genre to another?
Yes.
That to me is, I love that. Like that feels exciting to me to change it up all the time. I can't, every show that I've written for has been sort of radically different from the last. And it's this was fun. I got to do a lot of homework, and I got to familiarize myself with a lot of, Alfred Hitchcock and, other genre inspirations. I think as a writer, it's challenging, it's like figuring out, like, how do you change your pacing? How do you change your, sort of the way you describe an environment? It's you're always growing and always, learning something new. I thought in some ways the biggest challenge of this show was the sheer size of, the cast and all of the stories that we were trying to service in every episode. You don't want it to feel too jerky, like you're abandoning one story to go to another. That was always top of mind for us, was making sure that it felt like it was seamlessly going from one type of story to the next. 1 minute you're in a love story, and then the next minute there's a murder, or there's a whatever it is that's coming along. It should feel unexpected and surprising, but it shouldn't feel disconcerting and like, wait, I thought, what are we doing? You're always inside the haunted house, but you can have different kinds of things happen inside of it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure. Thank you for the show. It's really amazing.
Oh, thank you.
you.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks,
Bye.
Michelle. Have a good day.